Hey guys, welcome back to Shady Acres Farm. Or if you're new here, welcome for the first time and thanks for coming by. Do you hear the screaming little man in the background?
How could you not?
Oh my goodness, did you hear that one? It sounded like a human.
He's ridiculous.
So we are getting a bit of a late start tending to the animals today. We have had an extremely eventful morning and we'll tell you more about that in a coming video. However, we're just now getting down here to feed these guys. It's already getting warm. And little guy is just so hungry.
He just thinks he's starving.
Hi guys.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi, Bubba. Sometimes we misplace the bottle that has the nipple on it for the little guy. So she's got to go track that down, okay? Yeah. Oh, I know, Bubba. I know. You've been chewing on little brother's neck a little bit, haven't you? And you've been working on your cool spot over there a little bit. Still renovating some? Hey, look. She found it. Did you find it?
I found it.
I was telling him that sometimes we misplace that thing because Herc likes to chew it up, so we have to be strategic and hide it.
Ooh-wee.
All right.
Hi, everybody. Hi.
Herc, did you find a new bone?
Good morning. Oh, goodness gracious.
I don't feel like that's one I gave you.
Hey.
He says you can't have it. Hi, Mama. Hi, sweetie. Mr. Mario. You being gross today? You being good today? You being mean? Hey, well, there you go. You just answered my question, you big jerk. Be nice, big man. Be nice. You just hungry? I'm not going to pet your head today. I saw you eating poison ivy yesterday. We're not going to flirt with that. Ouija? How are you, buddy? How are you, big handsome? I know it. I'm going to get yours. We got to get little guy his bottle. We're still doing what, a single scoop, right?
Yep.
I blew. And Mama, you gotta be nice, little lady. I know. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
I know. Little guy still gets special treatment for now.
Be nice,
All right.
mister.
He's done.
So, we are still feeding him a partial bottle, but he is eating his grain very well. He grazes and eats out there like a lot like his dad, Bruce, over at Adler Farms. The guy he can eat. So we're still, though, how old is he now?
He's a little over 8 weeks old.
So he's a little over 8 weeks old. I think the bag for the milk replacement kind of calls for like up to about 11 weeks that you keep him on the bottle. But again, we've gone over this. The weaning process, it's different for everybody. Different for every goat, different for every situation. And this little guy, quite frankly, he's growing up.
Oh my goodness, he's getting so big.
His voice is still tiny and annoying.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cute. Oh, yeah.
I don't
Milk mustache. Okay.
He's getting a little pushy.
So I don't know where Herc found that bone, but he's looking to bury it. He came over to me to show it off.
What you got, Herc?
And I went to pet him and he said, all right, see you later.
Come here.
No.
Come here, buddy.
No.
I'm not going to take your bone. I just want to love on you.
No, you can't take it. I'm too fast.
I just want to love on you.
No.
Yeah.
Herc, where'd you find that, bud? I don't feel like that's one I gave you.
I don't think it's one we gave him either.
Did somebody throw you that? One of the neighbors or somebody come over and throw something to you?
Did you dig something up?
You know what? There ain't no way. That wasn't in there.
No, I don't think he's worked on that. He had to have found that out in Goatville.
You don't think he's worked on that? Go look at his paws. He put his paws up on me. He's been working on it. Okay, so we had a commenter in our last video or the video before. We kind of changed up our feeding situation a little bit because Mario is just an aggressive eater and he keeps the girls from getting as much food as I think they need. So we put him in what was Spruce's pen. And then with Spruce, we were trying different things, but he's a slow eater of his hard foods.
Yeah.
And of course, once he's still eating and the other big goats have finished, then they start banging on the gate of wherever he's at. So we took one of your comments, which was some great advice, and it's worked, twice
It's
for us
worked
now?
really well, yeah.
And because Spruce does so well out of the pen altogether, we just put him outside of the pen, feed him out there, and then the goats they just don't care as much. Whoops.
Well, I think they still care. It's just they know they can't get to him and steal his food.
Oh, that's true. That's our sturdiest gate by far.
Yeah. He is
But-
down here picking on my legs.
Were you upsetting Mr. Hercules last night, buddy? Because your neck is pretty crusty today.
Oh, I checked on him. It was probably about 4:30 this morning, and he was sleeping up here on top of the pallet perch by himself. All 4 other goats in the shelter, and he's just being a big goat out here.
Oh,
by
he
himself.
lays up there like he runs this place. Hey, look at Mr. Herc. No, don't look. I'm not burying nothing. Nothing. He's done. I've seen that very spot before, and he takes his nose, covers it up, and if he notices we're looking,
He'll stop.
he'll stop and move it.
He's gonna come back with dirt all over his nose.
Hey, don't lick me, please. That's weird. It feels weird. It feels weird. Yeah. Okay, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna put him
Put Spruce
out.
out here. Come here, Spruce. Come on.
I'm hoping that Herc will stay preoccupied with his
Come on,
bones,
Spruce.
so we don't have to put him on his collar and his leash.
Come on, Spruce. Come here. You stay there, Maria.
Come on, buddy.
Come on, Spruce.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, if you can get Mario into Spruce's pen, I'll grab the food.
Mario, you want to dance, buddy? Well, it helps whenever you have the food over there
Already over
and
there.
kind of shake it.
Okay.
I mean, he'll go wherever I pull him by his horns.
He still had some food left from last night, and he just went over and started eating it. This is mine. Silly boy.
Well, so far, Herc's staying pretty preoccupied. Where are you going? Well, we're going to get your food, okay? Yeah, we're going to get your food. You hear that? Uh-huh. That's your canister. You ladies are patient most of the time, except for this one. She gets a little tired of old sprucers. That was a little aggressive, buddy. Blue, you're doing so great, honey. You're so pretty. So glad you let us pet on you now. And you trust us. She's a good girl.
No, sir, I don't think so.
He says, I'll open it.
He is going to figure out how to open this gate.
No, he's just a goat. He won't figure it
Well,
out.
the nice thing is he just pulled up on this little lever right here.
But he's pushing
But
up
he's
on the
pushing
gate.
on it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
You silly goat.
I know, buddy. You're gonna get yours. Hey, little lady. Everybody out except for Mario. It's coming. It's coming.
Really, dude?
They're silly.
He just pushed like... I'll get him a little bit extra.
Ouija, you just get right in the way, you know it? Hercules, come on, buddy. You gotta let her eat. So because he does like to chase Miss Blue, and it's a game, so he thinks, but because he does, we have been putting him on his collar and his leash as we're kind of changing our feeding setup a little bit. And that way we just make sure that he chills out and stays back. The alternative to that is you let the big stinky dirty guy come and cuddle you. So we had a little cuddle session so that he couldn't, yeah. I mean, you got dirt in your slobber, you're so dirty. You're so dirty. Yeah, that's your food. That's your food, bub. Poor guy, you got flies on you too. Goodness, these flies. So today, I think it's, we're not even to noon yet, and we're already up over 80 degrees, like 83, 84. And it's early part of June still, so we're not technically into summer, but I think the forecast from now until the end of next week ranges anywhere from like 85 degrees all the way up to 97 degrees. That's hot. And they're doing great. I love that we have all this shade out here for them, because they are just really good at staying in it when they need to be in it. Or Mr. Spruce, he likes to tan. I don't know why, but he lays out in the sun. But it's hot. And speaking of which, Shannon and I have had to make some accommodations, because if you remember, if you've been with us for a while, when we sold the house in the city and we bought the camper, we parked it out at the KOA. and we didn't have the water finished out here. We didn't have the electric. We didn't have the site for the RV yet. So we stayed at the KOA for a few months, and it got really hot. We had absolutely no shade out there. So we retreated, brought the camper out here to store it, and we stayed at Mom and Dad's, Grandpa Adler Farms, for a couple months through the hot season, because they didn't want us to melt. And really, I think they just didn't want Nala to be hot, which we didn't either, because we don't spend a lot of time in the camper during the day. But it gets hot in there. And fortunately, my wife has better ideas than I do. And we have a great friend in JR over at 4W who his blessings just continue to compound, even though I haven't seen him in a while and we need to go see him.
We do need to go see him.
But he's left us with a lot of wisdom and some products that I think are going to help in keeping the camper cool this year. You wanted to do what?
I just want to try to get as much poo out of here.
No, say it the way you said it a second ago. I wasn't filming this.
I just want to get the majority of the poo out of
I
here.
just want to get the majority of the poo out of here.
Yeah.
Well, the majority of the poo right now is in the pan. Okay, everybody's done eating over there. Can we release the Mario?
Yep, everybody's done eating.
All right, good job. Now go be your aggressive self and make sure everybody ate all their food. So we are starting to see, when it began getting hot this year, hi baby, we of course had the wasps, and I put WD-40 everywhere and sprayed some permethrin and whatnot, but I'm starting to see down at the base of this spool and up in the corners, now all the wasps are coming back for the hot season. So the ones that came out, a month or so ago, I think those were all the scouts. They come and look and find the guy that's absolutely terrified of them, see who will run and get goosebumps on a hot day, and where should they build their nest to annoy me forever. So they're gonna be back. The flies are a little bit better because Shannon's been keeping it nice and clean in here. We got that permethrin spray, but it's just a never-ending battle. What you think, big guy? You guys ready for your midday naps now that you got full bellies? What you think, Mr. Ouija? Yeah. When it's getting this hot like this, if we aren't able to get out here real early in the morning, we do not take them out and graze. I think they would be fine. No, I know they would be fine. But Hercules, man, he works all night. We've talked about it. And it puts strain on him. And when it's this hot, he really just needs to kind of relax during the day and get his sleep. So we took him out last evening, just an hour or so before dusk. And it works out great. And they had a great time. They get to eat all the natural stuff on the land, but we try to just let him chill during the day. I think Spruce really enjoys his opportunity to eat out here by himself. What you think, little guy? Little big guy? Just my wheelbarrow? Just my phone?
I forgot he was still out there.
I know, but he's being so good over here just grazing.
I know, it's easy to forget about him.
It's our dog goat, Ninja Guard Goat. I don't know how many titles the guy can have, but he has a whole bunch of them.
He has a lot. I absolutely love it that you come to me now for attention. Yeah. Can you show everybody how sweet you are? Oh, Mario. Hey, get down. Down, down, down. Hey, Mario. Hey, dude. It's not gonna happen. You got all the branches you could reach. Hey. Thank you. Thank you. Party in Spruce's house. You're so rude, Mario. Here's the thing. I'll take this little hay feeder and I will fill it up with the hay from their feeder, and they will all come in here and eat it. It's like they don't want Spruce to have his own little feeder where they think that he's getting something more special than what they got, and they all come in here and eat it. They're so silly.
she's so sweet.
She really is. I was just telling them how she comes up to me now to get some attention.
It gives a little, leans on you just
Yeah.
a little bit. She says, hey, behind this ear over here, I know I have little ears, but just right here. Only in a beautiful English accent. I
Well, of course.
can't do that with my face on camera, but I'll work on it for you, little lady.
She says thank you. Okay, everybody's been fed, watered. You can go show them what I did to the camper.
Yeah, and then I got to show you something that happened in the shed.
Any guesses on what happened in the shed?
It may or may not have something to do with birds. I don't know.
Is that going to be our new coop?
That's not funny.
I thought it was.
I bet you did. No, that's not going to be a coop.
All right, Blue. Take a nap, stay in the shade, have some hay. All right, mister. I left you some food and some probiotics. So you just need to eat a little and then take a nap, okay? Where is that sprucers? Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, thank goodness I put the lid on tight enough that he didn't get into it. Hey, sprucers. Are you just having a grand time out here, grazing on your own? Just like a big goat, huh? It cracks me up that he looks up after every bite.
It's kind of what they all do.
Hi, buddy.
Coming.
I kind of thought you'd come with us.
I never really thought about it, but goats are much less of a flight risk than I originally anticipated. You know, if they get out of the pen or whatever, like they don't want to wander off where they're unfamiliar, and saved you from a grasshopper.
Oh, thank you.
It was a big
Oh.
one too.
Don't do grasshoppers.
They don't have stingers, it's okay. They don't fly like the same. Anyway, the goats don't really wander, so Spruce, you know, he just walks around until he can't see us, and then he goes, meow, meow, and then he finds us and comes running, and it's adorable.
But really, he's just walking around to find stuff to eat.
Yeah. Okay, so Shannon was right. We had an idea. If you guys remember, JR from 4W Metal, he had donated some of that insulation, real thin insulation that has like the kind of the foil reflective barrier on one side, and then it's got a little bit of insulation on the other. And so that's what we put underneath the sheet metal over there, and it really does help control the temperature in the shed.
It really does.
Kind of crazy. But he left us a whole bunch of it and said, get creative with it. He said, you would be surprised at the things you can find to do with this stuff and how much it will help. So Shannon got the great idea to come and measure our windows and basically do this right here.
Yeah. So I measured the inside of the window and cut strips out so that we could have it on the inside underneath the blinds. And that way, if we have a day that we want to open up the blinds and get a little sunlight in, all we have to do is pull it out. It's not taped down or anything like that. So far, I think it's made a huge difference. I know it's really dark in there, but...
Oh, but if we can keep it manageable for us, Nala,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
well worth it.
like right before we came out here, it's like 80, what did we say, 81 or 2 degrees
It
out
was
here?
like 83, felt like 120.
And it and it was still 72 degrees in the camper, which by this time it normally would have already been close to 80. So
Yeah, but
I think it's working.
This is the end that faces the east, and so our sun comes up, you know, kind of more this direction, so it's more shaded in the spring and winter time, but come summer it shifts over a little bit, and so we don't have quite as much shade coverage on this side of the camper, and so it starts heating up down here. And where you have a slide, obviously you're pulling out a flat surface that is straight up, and it's just going to let heat come right in. So we're starting with the windows right now, but I really think that we may put some of it either on top of the slide or just wrap the whole slide or something to see if we can help keep some of that heat out of there, because
Yep.
obviously where the slide comes out, I don't care how good of a seal they think they have, there's a gap enough for heat to get into the camper from the slides.
And cold air to escape.
Yeah, and this is where you feel the most of the heat is from the slides and that direction. And you know, I had this cool idea of like getting some metal clamps and double-sided taping it up on the outside so that we could, it would have been tacky, it would have been silly.
I was like, Kyle, I can't even reach that high. He's like, yeah, we can put it on the outside, and then if we want to open it up to let some sunlight in, we just lift it. And I'm like, okay. You see how high I can reach?
So the important thing is, as we move along, please.
I was right.
That's not the important. The important thing is right now we've not had a 90+ degree day yet. I think we've gotten over 90, but not one of those days where it hits 90 by like 10:30 in the morning and then stays there until, you know, 8 o'clock at night. But I'm looking forward to seeing how well this does. And we can already tell like a probably close to a 10-degree difference.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love our dog goat. It cracks me up.
He's like, I'm here with you.
He just walked over and nudged my leg. So we do keep the awning out on days that we know it's not going to be too windy. We don't have storms coming, which this time of year the storms have...
They just pop up anytime.
Yeah, they do, but infrequently compared to back in April and May.
Yeah.
You know, our sun I think it's going to get later and later, but come 5:30 now, it used to be 4:30, you know, we're getting down behind this big oak back here. And so it really starts to kind of lessen the effect of the direct sun. So we'll try it up on the slides and we'll let you guys know.
All right, well, what do you have to show me in the shed?
Oh yeah, remember we had 2 turkeys and 3 guineas, but something happened.
Is that kind of like the goat math and the chicken math that...
You know what it might be. So we talked about this is a broad-breasted white, these 2. And this was before we knew anything about turkeys. But you notice, man, these white turkeys, their feathers on their wings are coming in and these guys will flutter and... But this guy, he is a broad-breasted bronze turkey. So his build and physique is gonna look a lot like these 2, but he's gonna have a whole lot more color to him.
He or she.
He or she. I don't know. But these guys, man, they'll mean mug you a little bit, give you some dirty bird looks, and puff up at me and stick their wings out all proud. But look, we got some wing feathers coming in there.
Yeah.
Those are some of the original 3 guineas that we had. They've got wings, 1, 2, 3. All of their wing feathers are starting to come in a little bit. In fact, the ones that we got from Kathleen, I think I see some popping out, but the ones we got from the store yesterday, they're really little. So we do check on them frequently. I'm still maintaining over there on the outer edge, that's showing me about 90 degrees. And right here, I think it measures, I've moved it over multiple times, I think it measures around 97, 98 degrees. But basically, you just keep an eye on them, you see what their habits are, you see if they're all cuddled up or if they're trying to get as far away from one another as possible. And so far, temperature control has been pretty good.
Oh, I forgot Spruce was out here. Where you at, Spruce?
I'm eating.
I forgot about you, dude.
Well, how could you forget about me?
You're just so good.
Yeah, that's true.
Come back. Hi, buddy. What have you been doing?
Where are you going? Do you want to live with the turkeys and the guineas instead of the other goats?
He's like, no way.
No, not unless Herc can come stay with me. I like Herc.
So we still have not brought Hercules up to get acclimated, especially since we picked up these teeny tiny ones yesterday. So I'm gonna let them get a little more confident and feel comfortable with this area. Nala does still come out, and especially now that I have the door on here, she'll go around and kind of spook them all a little bit and just wag her tail and have fun. But I don't know, Herc, it may only be that he can be around them when he's got his collar and his leash on, until they're old enough to get up in the trees and stay out of his way. But I don't want Herc to have a turkey dinner
I don't either.
without our permission. And we need tick control. But yeah, now we got 3 turkeys and almost a dozen guineas. It's exciting.
That is exciting.
And these will be different colored. You know, we've got
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 of the same, and then 1, 2, 3 of the white and gray.
One white one.
1 straight white, yep, and then the 4 or 5 little grays that we got. Which I think the grays technically turn out to be what they call purple. Some people call the ones with the white spots like pearl or whatever. We're just gonna see what they are. I think they're all really cool looking, and the ones that she had at the farm that were adults were pretty good looking birds. We also got to hear them make their noises for the first time yesterday.
That's true. That was pretty fun.
Alarm noises. Like, they were fine for a little bit actually until we started to leave. And boy, they started talking. So, you know, it's no different than all the other noises we hear out here. I'm not too worried about it.
Me either.
All right, well, we have grown our bird collection, and I'm kind of getting a little addicted because I'm tired of the ticks. I'm tired of the insects. I'm tired of the flies, the wasps, mosquitoes, and I think this is going to be the best way to combat all of that.
I sure hope so.
So I'm gonna grow a small army of these birds. And we're gonna see who does better, turkeys or guineas. And if they both just do great, then we're just gonna it's just gonna be a bird flock out here. It's gonna be awesome. All right, guys, well, we love and appreciate each and every one of you. We thank you so much for coming along on the journey with us, and we're looking forward to seeing what these birds look like in due time.
And we'll keep you posted on the insulation to see how it's working and how cool it's keeping the camper.
Yeah, oh, and Spruce is still awesome and runs the whole farm. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming by, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Do you want me to do the, hey, welcome to Shady Acres Farm, like that person said?
Try it. Let's try it and see if anybody notices.
Hey guys, welcome back to Shady Acres Farm. They're gonna notice because I can't help but laugh when I say it. Welcome back to Shady Acres here on K&S Get Out. How was that?
Or what about, welcome back to K&S Get Out to Shady Acres Farm.
Welcome back to K&S Get Out to Shady Acres Farm.
No, it's too much.
That's way too much. That's way out of order.
Hey guys, welcome
guys.
back to K&S. No, see, I can't even.
Welcome back to the channel, the videos. I don't know.
Welcome back to Shady Acres Farm.
Yeah, that place.